Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 86 of Europa Universalis for As Arabia. And this is going to be the last video in this series for several reasons. I know that I've been sort of slacking behind in getting videos out over the last couple of months, and for that I'm really sorry. But there are several reasons that I think it's time to put this campaign to rest. It's been going on for a very long time now. The Dharma expansion, or Dharma DLC, has now landed, and that makes a lot of changes to the game, including it really messed up India in this save, because this is technically what they call an incompatible save. A lot of stuff has changed in the Indian region, and you know, it basically has made a lot of changes. But also, as well as it messing this particular playthrough up, I would like to go ahead and start playing Dharma, so I want to get into that next. So hopefully, once I finish this is going to be the last video, and then we'll move on and we'll play an Indian nation and we'll play through with Dharma. You'll also notice that we've got things like these government reforms, because the way government works has changed in Dharma. We've also got these policies, because the way that works has changed in Dharma. The way that estates works has changed in Dharma as well, I believe. So there's quite a few different changes. I think there's a change to tech as well, but I haven't even begun to look through the list of all the changes. So what I'm going to do, as I'm not actually going to be able to beat Ming in score, we're going to finish this by taking out Persia. We're going to try and clean up some of the border gore. That's what we're going to be doing in this video. So I'm just going to unpause. We do have a truce with them currently. That does end in September of this year. Now you will notice a lot of weird stuff's going to be happening. I think... Oh, hang on. Loses stability, or... Well, I don't mind. Persia's opinion of me can change. You might end up seeing some really weird stuff going on here. Yeah, you know, provinces appear to be just randomly breaking off, and this is what happens when they start to add new nations and new provinces and things like that. This is going to get really messy at some point. We've actually fulfilled a mission, one that I wasn't even trying to do, but fine. Have we done that one as well? Yeah, apparently. There's just a lot of missions that I've just automatically completed without having to do anything. What are we even getting for these? Prestige and all sorts of stuff. That's just maxed out our prestige. Great. That's a lot of missions suddenly completed, isn't it? I do want to concentrate more on the mission systems of a new game as well, but I'm not going to be messing around and experimenting with any of the Dharma stuff in this playthrough. It really doesn't seem like an awful lot of point in doing that. Multan is getting carved over here. We've got a call to arms from Austria. They're at war with the Papal States. It's a war that they have started. Genoa and Venice. I can accept that. I don't think that's a particularly risky war to be involved in, personally. We've already got an army over here right next to the Papal State. Now this is not the war that I intended to get involved in, but hey ho, we'll do it anyway. Let's go ahead and march this army up here. We'll stop drilling. I'm still going to go to war with Persia. That is my plan, and as so it will remain. Do I need you for the war with Persia? I don't think I do. Oh, just my phone going absolutely bonkers behind me there. Let's move you up into here as well. We'll help out in this war. Let's go out in a blaze of glory. What have we got to lose? But as soon as we get rid of this truce with Persia, we will be going to war with them. So all of our ships are going to go and dock up. That is fine. I did tell them to go home at war. I don't really want to lose the ships at this point. Like I said, I'm not bothering with these, like... See, policies have changed as well. I have no idea. So we can have 3 administrative policies, 3 diplomatic policies, and 3 military policies. Okay. So that's how they... and why are there 2 different things there? Field priests and soldiers' prayer books. So I guess they're just limiting the total number of policies you can have active at once now. I don't think there was a limit before. There's obviously something that does limit them. Again, that's something that I'll look at when I start a Dharma Let's Play. It's a little bit pointless messing with things like that this late on in a game. So let's just carry on. Again, I am interested to see what's happening over here in India. It is getting carved up a little bit, but I think we should be fine overall. Let's go ahead and get involved in this war. Doesn't look like the Papal State are causing too many problems. Do you know what are involved in this as well? Now, do I have claims on most of this stuff? I'm thinking that I probably do. Yeah, I've got all this stuff marked as vital interest, so who knows? May even get some of it if I can actually take it over. But we're going to have two wars going at the same time. We're already in August, so that truce with Persia is almost over. Let's just move over here. Let's just stop these guys from drilling. Now let's just move you down. Well, we can't actually move you down to the capital, which is slightly problematic. We will quarantine the port. So we're going to move down there. You don't have a leader, but you should be able to just march straight into their capital. We'll try and do this. We'll try and time this right and do it properly. We do have another couple of armies that could come in and back up if we need to. Let's go ahead and get these armies in over here and help with the sieging. Papal State is going to be getting pretty heavily hammered, hopefully. Not worried about attrition at this stage of the game, because, like I said, we're just going to basically go for it at this point. So let's get you down there. I just want this army to get into position. And I'm going to wait until the start of the next month, so it doesn't give them chance to get a reinforcement tick on their fort. So there's a load of coring just suddenly completed. Excellent. More coring done. 1st of December. There we go. Let's just go to the 2nd just for luck. What's happening to India? Seems to have settled down a little bit now. Okay, Persia. Let us go ahead and declare war. They are allied with Jainpur. I don't even care. Jainpur is still fairly big, but we should be able to deal with Persia quite quickly. And I am moving some more troops down here. So how are you not able to get into their capital? Apparently we've got to go into there. Well, you go into there and you start sieging some other stuff. I'm going to take this army and you're going to move in and start sieging over here. I fully expect to start seeing Jainpur's troops soon, but that's fine. Not too bothered about that. In the meantime, let's keep our eyes on what's going on over here. I think these guys are all going to be safe. Lots of people wanting military access, which I'm not really inclined to give. So that's fine. Would be nice if we could get a wall breach there. Can we get a... Do we want to pay for a wall breach? What are we like on military tech at this point? Yeah, we're well ahead of time. Let's just go ahead and pay for a wall breach here. Oh, we got a nice little sound effect for that now. It go boom. Let's go down there and grab that province. Let's pay for the wall breach here. That's a little cannon fire. I like it. Just out of interest, does that also update the graphic? Did that do that before? Let me just have a look at that right there. Why am I... Oh, because I'm clicking the army. So the wall is intact. As soon as I hit the button... Yeah, it actually blows a hole in the wall. I've never noticed that before. That might be new. It might just be that I hadn't noticed it, but I think it's new. What's going on over here? Our ships are still doing... Oh, we lost a battle. Wow, Persia had an army there. With a 3-star general, that's not surprising, is it really? Where did those guys come from? Okay, well, we need a general over here. Let's grab Riing. He's not our best general, not by a long shot. Who would we prefer to have here? Let's go ahead and get Lucas. No, we can't get Lucas in. Let's get a new general. I'm not going to bother naming these ones. Let's get you down here. Shame that we took some damage there. I really didn't expect they were going to have that many men around. This is always the danger with doing 2 wars at the same time. Not really watching what you're doing. Let's force march into here. I may be able to catch one of these armies. There's a 25 stack over there trying to siege me out. You're going to engage me there. That is fine. I'll take that. Let's put a leader. Right, where can I get you to? Let's march you over here and let's get you a leader. Now you are engaging me there. Oh, wow, that's looking like it's going to work out nicely for us. Not too happy about actually walking into the enemy army right there. You are going to pick up a leader. Well, you are when you eventually get to the province. There you go. So pick up a leader. We'll take Riing, actually, because he's got some decent manoeuvre. And then we're going to go ahead and force march you up there. So we did actually defeat that army, which is good. Now then, can you get into this one? Yeah, you can. I didn't see that they had any army anywhere, and then all of a sudden, like from out of nowhere, they've just got a massive number of troops, which is quite impressive that they managed to sneak those around. How are things going over here? Pretty well. There isn't really an army down here that we need to worry about. So we can probably just happily siege things out down here. I'm not going to be paying too much attention to that particular battle. I see Lorraine's come in and started sieging up here, the cheeky little gits. Do I have a spare army over here that could go and give them a kicking? Not at the moment. I really should deal with Persia first. You've gone all the way up there. You come back down there and go and siege out Kandahar. As we did seem to break up most of their army. Let's go ahead and turn your force march off. That will allow you to actually regain some of your composure. And I'm going to go around and start trying to just pick off some of these little stacks if I can. There's one. Some weird things going on with the sound effects. I know there are some problems with the new expansion. There is a hot patch for it, which is an opt-in beta, but I haven't selected that at the moment. We've already got a wall breach here. Now, Jampur are over here as well, so we do have to be careful of those guys. Siege of Firenze is over. Once we've started getting some stuff done here, we can catch you. Once we've started getting some stuff done here, I'm going to bring these guys back and basically leave this to the Austrians. But I will take as much as I can along the way. And I'll start pulling armies back to help up here. What are you doing all the way down here, England? So place is coming under the occupation of Persia. That's fine. I'm guessing I still can't get in there. Yeah, that's a little bit disappointing. Let's go and siege out some more of their provinces. They're not ultra valuable to siege them out, but at the same time it does reduce their chances of being able... Well, it reduces their income and it reduces the places where they can recruit new units, so that's always good. Let's go ahead and march through and... Lorraine's out of this. That's good. So if Lorraine's pieced out, then this should be now unsieged. Oh no, because they've actually flipped it over to the Papal State. Oh, that's fine. Not too bothered about that. It's pretty worthless territory anyway. So let's go ahead and move these guys in. We'll start sieging all of this out. You can move into there. Papal State is almost 100% sieged. So I'm not too worried about that. Ships aren't going to move, of course. Let's go ahead and pay for the wall breach there. Might be able to get that down. I just want this to fall. The quicker this falls, the quicker we can actually get in and do something. Let's move you guys over there. It's a long way around to go. It's just the fact that my army's split up all over the place that's causing some problems right now. How are things going over here? These are about done. 3-star general. Right, you get over there into Genoa. Mr. Afro, sir, get yourself back over here. We have jobs for you to do. Right, we have their capital. Great. Can we actually catch them? Can we catch them if we force march? We cannot. In that case, let's just go and march on... Well, that's not their capital, is it? Let's go and march onto their capital. How come you can walk through there now? That'll be quicker. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, Jampur are trying to siege me out over there, but we should be able to deal with Persia's armies relatively easily. They do still have that 3-star general, which is a little bit scary. Let's go ahead and finish taking this anyway. We might as well, because we've mostly done it. Right, can we give you a better general? I can actually just give you Afro straight up into this army. Let's go down here and see if we can catch these guys. Yep, they're actually changing their mind now about where they want to go. Will we be able to catch them? Looks like we will. Don't think they're going to get away from that. Oh, sounds like they've actually changed the combat sound effect. Yeah, that's nowhere near as loud and annoying as it used to be. They've definitely redone the sound. Looks like they've redone this display slightly as well. I need to look at the patch notes. I really don't know everything that they've changed in this. But they've certainly changed the battle sound effects. Excellent. Well, that was a stack wipe, so that'll do. Let's go ahead and carry on sieging over here. Yeah. I think we're going to be alright with this one. We're still going to bring that other army back to help out. Let's continue to siege out over here. Can we really not get there? We can get there, though. Let's just go ahead and get the fort, actually. It's probably more worthwhile. Excellent. We won a battle somewhere. Too many things happening. I think we just ran through a little stack that was over here somewhere. That's fine. Papal State is fully sieged. I'd be very surprised if... well, it is now. I'll be very surprised if they remain in this fight for much longer. Let's go ahead and bring this army back out. Actually, no. One of the armies needs to stay down here, I suppose. Not that it really matters, because obviously I'm not continuing with this campaign after this war. We're just going to try and see what we can do. So they are occupying some stuff over there. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm going to go ahead and march this army over here. And what I may do is I'm just going to go ahead and split off a single infantry from this stack. And they're going to go ahead and unsiege this stuff. That's all we really need to do. And this stack over here is going to be responsible for sieging all the rest of this. We'll grab this one on the way, because why not? But we need to go ahead and deal with Jaipur quite soon. Persia's almost completely occupied. Okay, this was the war against the Papal State. That is now over. Did we gain anything from it? Roma, Umbria, Siena, and Pisa to Arabia. Excellent. And Austria now owes us 40 favours. That's actually quite good. We've just gained some additional land over here. In fact, we've gained a good chunk of Italy there. Thank you very much. We will need to call that, of course. You guys can now come home, because you are no longer needed in this war. This army can march down to help out. Let's get you through. Might as well go ahead and do the coring. Excellent. Well, that went rather well. Still only second in score. Now, they are trying to produce some extra units here. Can I just sneak in there and get a cheeky stack wipe? You see, they're actually using my occupied territory down here to attempt to recruit new troops. Let's get you guys down here doing this. You guys can move over here as well. We can pick an idea group. Let's go ahead and do it. Will give us a little bit of extra score. I wonder if any of the idea groups and things have changed. Overextension is dangerously high. What is it actually? 77.7. The Knights have joined a military coalition against us. Whatever am I going to do? Might as well quit now. That's as good as game over, that. Right, let me just go and march straight on one of these stacks. Now, Jaipur might come in and try and help them out here. Yep, there's the military coalition. I think that military coalition is just because of the land that we ended up taking from the Papal State. But, I mean, that's not really my fault. Let's go ahead and group you up. Let's go ahead and just jump on that 4-stack. Cheeky Git is actually going to get away. Let's force march in. Still can't even get in with a force march. Well, we will eventually. We will catch up with him. You are not going to be allowed to have your 4 stacks, sir. Not on my watch. Jampur are moving some more units in. You're committed to that one. Jampur may break their siege. Actually, I don't think they're going to. They're not actually going to break their siege to help out Persia, which is good. Yep, that one was won. Let's go ahead and turn off the forced march. Let's just split this army up. Just want to try and get all of this stuff sieged as quick as possible. We did win that battle. Let's get you down here to try and block off Jampur from getting any troops down along the south. Right, they've got a lot of guys in that now, but I'm going to go ahead and move in there with a pretty big stack in a minute. I'm also, hopefully... leader is in hostile territory and cannot be reassigned. Oh yeah, we're trying to capture that back, aren't we? So we'll uncapture that, and then we'll be able to change our leader. Hopefully before they grab this, if all works out pretty well. All of these guys are going to group up soon. You guys go ahead and grab this. France has entered the military coalition against us. Oh, France, why you got to be like that? Let's go ahead and put Lucas in here. He's a brilliant leader. Let's go ahead and put this stack in. Again, we're not bothered about attrition. We've got 323,000 manpower here. We have the biggest stack. We also have the defensive terrain here because it's our fort. So let's go in and give Jampur a good kick. I actually like that they've changed the battle sound effect. It's nowhere near as loud and annoying as it used to be. That worked out quite well. Looks like they're now trying to move in from the... let's actually get you to move in there because you've got the better leader. You guys are all going to group up. You can move up there and grab that. Not that we need a whole stack to grab those 2 provinces, but better safe than sorry. And we're going to start capturing some of this stuff. Let's just chase these guys down if we can. Not too sure where we have a new heir. Not too sure exactly where they're going to head to. Let's start marching down here. They are still white flagged, so... Right, group you guys together. You guys get over here. And we're going to go down there and say hello to this army. I mean, we're at 37% war score. It's not bad considering we don't have any of Jampur sieged out at all. Looks like we're going to be able to grab that stack and this stack. They're both moving in, so that's definitely going to be a stack wipe. We should be able to win that battle just based on tech. Oh no, we didn't get the first stack. That's unfortunate. We did get you though. Can we catch you even if we force march? We cannot. Okay. Let's just go and siege some stuff out then. You're going to go and grab that. Then Persia won't have anywhere over here that they can recruit an army. Let's go and siege this back. Okay, so Jampur's army took another massive hit there. What's going on with India, actually? Nothing too weird. Nothing too weird yet. More stuff coming under the occupation of Arabia. Right, let's go ahead and just try and move through these units where we can. You're really not going to siege that down, so I don't know why you're bothering. Okay, so we have almost total control of Persia itself now. And I'm definitely going to be using this 100 stack to be really aggressive here. Let's move in and grab that 1 stack. I do want to move in and try and grab this army here. They're not attempting to move. Oh, yes, they are attempting to move. Unfortunately, they are going to get caught. Well, unfortunately for them, they're going to get caught. And that should be easily a stack wipe. Right, let's start going after Jampur. We've managed to grab this. I'm going to leave this army down here in case they decide to try and bring any units in from this direction. We're at the 25-minute mark, so I should be pretty much at the end of this video and the end of this campaign, but I would still like to try and finish this one particular war, so this might be a slightly longer video. I'm going to do what I can here. We're at 45% war score. Of course, I'm not going to be able to fully annex Persia. They're too large for that, but I'm certainly going to take as much as I can. Can we just straight up chase Jainpur's army down here? Looks like we're able to. Certainly be some good war score. Yep, you decided you're not going to move that one stack in. We've engaged Jainpur's army over here. That's easily going to be a win in our favour. Wasn't a stack wipe. Wasn't a stat wipe. They're probably continuing back to their own territory. In fact, can we just get Jainpur to quit? No, they won't even accept a white peace at this point. Well, we could always just go and siege their capital out. Now I realise I'm still signed into Steam. Where is your capital, Jainpur? Tell me it's over the other end of the world. Why can't I see your capital? Let me just pause a second because I've lost it. Can't see the little crown. And my geography is not good enough to know where it is. Jainpur. Is that your capital? There it is. So your capital is Jainpur. So the question is, can I get there? Right, let's stop moving. Let us... Oh no, we're locked. That's why. How did they get over there? Was that the same army or is that a different army? Either way, I'm going to go and move in on it, but what I want to see if I can do is just get straight to Jainpur without having to go through a load of forts. So, once these armies are dealt with... Foundation Afro can no longer serve us. No. Oh well. We are almost over here. So, if any of you have any suggestions for which nation you would like me to play in Dharma, do let me know and I will give it some consideration. I'm probably not going to play as Delhi, because my friend Marbazir is playing as Delhi, and I don't want to be doing exactly the same campaign he is. And Vijayanagar is someone that we've already played previously, so someone other than those should be good. If you do have any suggestions, let me know. And if you would like to have your name included in the pool of leaders and generals and things like that, I do add my Patreons to the name pool. So if you feel like supporting me on Patreon, you can get yourself added to the game. Hopefully now things have settled down a little bit on my end and I'll be able to put out videos a little bit more regularly. I am going to be a little bit busy over the next couple of weeks though. I'm going to be at EGX in Birmingham with the company I work for, Snapshot Games, representing Phoenix Point. And then after that I'm going to be over at the Snapshot Games studio in Bulgaria for a week. So there are going to be a couple of weeks where I won't be able to put any videos out. But overall, I think things should be fine. I could take the next level of admin tech. We're well ahead of time. We're not going to get all the coring done anyway, so let's not even concern ourselves with that. Still second in score. Let's just have a look and see how close we actually are. Yeah, we are still over 1,000, about 1,100 points behind. We're only gaining 1 point a month more than Ming. There's only about 30 years, less than 30 years left in the game. I did work it out before, at the beginning of this episode, I'd have needed to have been making approximately 2 points a month more than Ming to have been able to have caught him up by the end of the game. So it was never going to happen. And that was another one of the reasons why I decided that I didn't really want to carry on with this particular playthrough. I do play EU4 quite slowly, especially as I tend to only play it for the channel, which generally means that I get one campaign done in between expansions. So I literally get the DLC, play a single campaign, and then the next DLC comes out. And very often it ends up being like what's happened here, where the DLC can come out before I even get to the end of the campaign. So I'm quite interested to play as Dharma and see what we can do in India. Maybe be a little bit more aggressive than I was in the Vijayanagar campaign. I guess we will have to see how that one works out. We have Jainpur, So let's go ahead and sue for peace. They will wipe peace as expected. So they are now out, which means we have a 100% war score now against Persia. So we need to wait for our diplomat to come back, or we could pull one back from somewhere else. France really doesn't like me. Mostly because of aggressive expansion. That was because of all of the stuff we took in what was essentially Italy. So I'm going to concentrate on taking this land over here on the western side of Persia, if possible, because I'm trying to reduce border gore. That's kind of the plan here. So let's go ahead and sue for peace. Now, their capital is going to be the most expensive. This will give us a ton of overextension, but I'm going to take as much as I can because this is going to be the end of the campaign anyway. That is as much as I can take, although we do want to take that as well. 100% peace deal. Hit the button. There we are. Move you out. And that is it. That is the end of the war and the end of the campaign. Let's zoom out and see. A lot of green here. You know, Chagatai's green, Khmer's green, Russia's green, Persia's green, Arabia's green, flipping Portugal's green. It's like everyone is green. So there's a lot of border gore. But we did quite well. You know, we have pretty much most of North and East Africa, all of the Middle East, the vast majority of the Balkans, most of Italy. Yeah, we wiped out the Ottomans. We took a chunk out of Ragusa. We took a bite out of Spain. It would have been nice if we could have got Spanish Maghreb, but it wasn't really important to me. I mean, if I'd have wanted... Oh, Morocco really blobbed out in this direction, didn't they? It wasn't really important to me. I mean, if I'd have really tried hard, we probably could have got the whole of Africa, but I wasn't really all that interested in it. Let's have a quick... We didn't even ever really discover much of the New World. I mean, we can't even see what's going on in... This is ridiculous. 1785, and we can't even see what's going on over here in North America. Obviously, we've got Florida, looks to be Spanish. We've got Hispaniola over here. We've got French Mexico, which is a little bit weird. English Colombia, New England. Most of South America belongs to Portugal. I'm amazed that there's this little tiny 3-province Native American nation that is still stuck over here. Are you protected? You're in an alliance with England. It's the only reason you survive. And Denmark's got a couple of little... Are these all Denmark? No, these other ones are England. So Denmark's got this one little tiny colony. And of course, if we look over at the islands... Well, that looks like a French one. So yeah, it looks like there's some interesting stuff going on over in the New World. Russia's blobbing out as Russia does. Japan managed to almost unify. That says Terra Incognita, but it looks like it belongs to somebody else, so I don't think Japan quite unified. It looks like they did manage to take a bite out of Korea, though, which is fairly interesting. And, you know, we weren't playing a landlocked nation, but we never really did any colonization or anything, really. It looks like France and Spain doing a lot of fighting down here over the Spice Islands. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that all worked out. Shame that I didn't quite catch up with Ming in terms of score. Would have liked to have done that. But certainly when we come back in the next video, in the next campaign, we will be playing an Indian nation in Dharma. So let me know who you think would be a good one to play as. Like I said, I'm not really interested in doing Delhi, because Marbs is already doing that one. And I've already played as Vijayanagar before. I would like one that is a fairly challenging one, but I don't want one that's super difficult. I don't necessarily want to play as a one-province minor. I'm not trying to do the Ulm challenge here. Yeah, give me some suggestions. And remember, as I said, I do put my patrons in the game as my rulers and as my generals. Tend to put them in as generals more because generals get involved in the action a lot more than the rulers tend to do. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this series of EU4. I'm just sorry that it took so long to complete. I'll see you guys on the next series, and until then, goodbye for now.